So today basically I'm going to take you through only 3 concepts that I'm going to while introducing the topic differentiation. So I'm hoping you're going to concentrate and understand. So let's go to concept 1. Concept 1. For the first concept, note that when given y is equals to x n, what you need to do here, this is just the same as n x n minus 1. And what I've done, you will take this n and bring it before x, and then x n minus 1. And always in differentiation, we less 1 on top to the power. So this is what you do. Let's look at an example in that area. Assume you're given y is equals to x 5. What you need to do, just bring this 5 down here, x, then on top you less 1. It's going to be 5x 4. Let's look for another number, x negative a half. What you need to do here, bring the negative a half down just as it is, x negative a half minus 1. And this becomes negative a half x negative 3 over 2. So basically this is the first concept. What you're supposed to know here, when given y is equals to x raised to a power n, what you need to do, you bring this power before x, then x n minus 1 always. So under the second concept, when given y is equals to a x n, what you need to know, you're going to take, now your answer will be a multiplied by, again you bring the n before x. So multiplied by n, then we have x n minus 1. Okay, so it's going to be a n x n minus 1. So that is how you do it. Let's look at an example. Under example, assume you've been given y is equals to 4x raised to 5. What you need to do, you bring 5 down, it becomes 4 times 5 x 5 minus 1. So this becomes 20 x 4. This is your answer. So this is concept number 2. So I'm hoping you guys have understood the 2 concepts. So now let us go to the third concept. Go to concept number 3. The derivative of a polynomial. This can be in the form of maybe 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus x minus 1. Y is equals to this. So when given such, what you need to know, you will just come here and, because you're differentiating y in respect to x, so delta y over delta x is equals to, again, 3 times 2. You will only choose the ones that have an x in them. So 3 times 2 is 6x, then 3 minus 1, plus 3 times 2, which is 6 again, x 2 minus 1, plus, here we assume it's raised to 1, so basically that's 1, x 1 minus 1. So this becomes 6x 3 minus 1, 2, plus 6x 2 minus 1, 1, plus 1 times x raised to 1 minus 1 is 0. Any number raised to 0 is 1. So here we are left with 1. Remember, we did not touch this because it doesn't have an x, and we're differentiating in respect to x. So when it comes to these equations, this is how you're supposed to do. Let us look at example 2. We've been given y is equals to 3x 4 plus x3 minus x. So when finding the derivative of y in respect to x, the delta of y over delta x should be the same as 4 times 3. You bring the 4 down, you multiply by 3. X, 4 minus 1, plus, bring the 3 down, x, 3 minus 1, minus, that's basically 1, x, 1 minus 1. So this becomes 12x cubed plus 3x squared plus minus 1. Remember the sign is negative. So basically this is how you're supposed to do when it comes to polynomials. So let's look at an example here. Another example, you've been asked to differentiate y is equals to x plus 2 x minus 1. So here the first step that you need to do, remember in such a case you need to expand it, and in expansion what you do is the removal of brackets. So basically this is how you work it out. So it's x plus 2 x minus 1. So this becomes, you can choose to start with x and then you take this whole x minus 1, then positive 2 x minus 1. So now you open the bracket, x times x, x squared, x times minus 1 minus x, plus 2 times x plus 2x, plus and minus 1 becomes negative 2. So x squared, negative x plus 2x, this is negative 1 plus 2x becomes positive x, positive 1, which is now x, minus 2. So this is now our polynomial. So now we come back and differentiate it. So let me just wrap this. So our y is equals to x squared plus x minus 2. So once you have it in that state, you now come and differentiate the derivative of delta y respect to delta x. So you bring 2 to the front, x, 2 minus 1, plus, for x is 1, because here it's raised to 1, 1 minus 1. So this becomes 2x raised to 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, plus 1 minus 1, 0. X raised to 0 becomes 1. So you remain with 1. So this is your answer. So basically, we've seen the first concept. Let us just do a recap. First concept, we talked about y is equals to xn, and this becomes n. You bring n to the front, x n minus 1. And when you have y is equals to a x n, this means you bring n to the front again, so you multiply it by a x, then n, always minus 1. So basically that is what you do. This was our concept 2. And concept 3 for polynomials, maybe let's just use maybe 2x3 plus x squared minus x. And in this case we said, like what you do here, you bring 2 times 3 x, 3 minus 1, plus, bring 2 down, x, 2 minus 1, minus, for x is 1, x, 1 minus 1. So this becomes 6x squared plus 2x minus 1. So this is now your answer. So basically, this is the first introduction and the first bit of now the first concept, the second concept, and the third concept of differentiation.